Anybody that know me know I didn't struggle with, drugs and alcohol and, stuff like that. I done had run-ins with the law. I done had all that. Sometimes when you put in them positions through bad decisions, you ain't got no choice but to find religion and spirituality. And a lot of my struggles led me to revert back to what I initially was taught, by my parents and by my mom, and by my dad, and everything, as far as just the word and stuff like that. So it's always been deep in my life. I mean, I got Bible scriptures tattooed on me. Uh, I don't know, man. Spirituality has just always been a major part of my life. Everybody, the older you get, the more people you meet, you start hearing different ideas about the world and theology and how to, you know, what happens when you die and who the entities are and stuff. And I don't know. I never let it get to me, man. My spirituality's always been strong. But I think that AA, NA, stuff like that, going through the whole recovery process, that strengthened my religion a lot stronger because it's an instrumental part in that whole process. It's one of the key parts of that process is your spirituality and everything like that. Like getting in trouble with the law, doing drug court. Drug court kind of puts you up on that 12-step program and higher powers and all that stuff. It go deep, man. But needless to say, man, I've always had a hint of spirituality in me, man. I could be lewd at times, but spirituality's always been strong in my life.
What would you say? You were speaking a little bit on going through drug court and going through that kind of thing. I mean, gosh, going through the situation, dealing with all that. It's like, man, how am I going to keep up? They feel like they try to put me down. What was the most that you took away from it, though? Like, out of that experience, was it the whole idea of starting over, being sober? But what was the main thing that you were able to take away from that experience?
Man, drug court, it was probably the hardest thing, like as far as legal situations I had in jail and probation and stuff. Drug court probably the hardest thing I ever did in my life, but I took a lot from it. I mean, drug court, you couldn't mess around. The discipline, the structure of drug court is ridiculous, dog. You got to get up, you got to call, at 6 in the morning, early morning, just to see if you got to take a drug screen, man. They had you on it. They had you accountable. Like, you had to be at a certain place at a certain time, period. Ain't no questions asked. You got to do this community service or you going to jail. They don't leave no room for error. And at that time in my life, I needed that. I was in my mid-20s. I was in and out of jail. I didn't care. I'm staying with this chick, staying with that chick, just bouncing from place to place, trying to get by where I could, get in where you fit in. I ain't have no job for real. And then drug court came along, and drug court forced me to have a job. Drug court forced me to go to these meetings. They forced me to do this stuff. They force feed you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just take a couple bites and put the spoon down. You got to eat the whole thing when you're dealing with drug court. And it was a culture shock for me, but at the same time, it became my life. So, I mean, eventually drug court, that situation didn't work out for me, and I ended up incarcerated, but I never let go of the concepts. I never let go of the pattern of living, getting up early, the stuff. It's just stuff that I took with me for the rest of my life. Drug court definitely played a big part in my discipline because life pre-drug court, jail, couldn't find a job, selling drugs, just kind of getting in where I fit in, random females, random new friends, parties. Life after drug court, man, I held down 2-3 jobs the last 3-4 years. So, it changed. It put structure in my life.